of the protests that turned violent, there have been several aspects that are coming across. As the TMC now, which has gone ahead to file a complaint against Additional DCP Sandeep Lamba, alleging that he assaulted a woman protester during the Jantar Mantar protest on the 20th of July. Now, the complaint that has been filed at the Parliament Street Police Station, seeking registration of FIR under multiple BNS sections, including provisions related to assault causing hurt and also alleged a misuse of authority. Now, Lamba was earlier asked to report back to his district after this video surfaced and showing him allegedly slapping a protester. The TMC, meanwhile, has demanded action against the police personnel accusing of assaulting the protesters. So that seems to be the case as far as this police complaint is now concerned. On both sides, the pictures have been coming in as far as the protesters who have been alleging police brutality. On the other side, targeted attacks on the police personnel that have also been taking place. And this seems to be a development that has now happened with the TMC now also coming out as far as this complaint that has been filed against the Additional DCP Sandeep Lamba. Let's connect with Bhavtosh on this. So Bhavtosh, complaint filed and seeking action to be taken against the police official and alleging that he assaulted women protesters.
Yes, Samita, in fact, the first big action against a senior police officer has been taken. What the police officers have said is that Sandeep Lamba, who was present at Jantar Mantar, he has been removed. This follows the viral incident, or this follows an incident in which he has been caught on camera reportedly slapping a teenager, and this has in fact created a lot of controversy and outrage because that girl was just standing there in a corner near Jantar Mantar at LIC building, and he reportedly slapped her. In fact, that is caught on camera. There is no denying that he used excessive force. He slapped her, and that in fact rattled her. And after this incident was caught on camera, there has been outrage. Now, this video footage was analyzed by many. In fact, it went to senior officer. It has now been decided that Sandeep Lamba will not be at Jantar Mantar. He will report back to his duty. Now, he is an additional DCP rank officer with Northeast District Police. He will continue doing his duty. What the police have said is that this has been decided after there have been reported complaints against him. There is also another video in which he yanks off the mic that was being used by Abhijit Dipke. Two complaints have been given to senior police officers. Saket Gokhale has also filed a complaint that a FIR should be registered against him. That complaint has also been received by the police. Whether that gets converted into a FIR, that will be decided later. But the first action has been taken by the Delhi police. Sandeep Lamba has been removed from the protest site.
So what is the action that is now being sought as far as the charges, or under what sections that we are now looking at may be applicable as far as this complaint is concerned?
Well, as far as the complaint is concerned, that has been filed. He can be booked under various sections, including assault on women. But it also requires whether that teenager goes ahead and files a complaint. That has not yet happened. Even in the hearing that took place yesterday in Delhi High Court, it was told before the court that by the lawyers that a young girl has been slapped, and she was in fact slapped for no reason of her. She was just moving in that area. She was standing in one corner when this senior police officer went ahead and slapped her. The police have said that they have analyzed that footage, and it appears that it was an unprovoked attack on that young girl. Remember, Amita, there have been various complaints that have been registered against Delhi police in which there have been protesters have said that the police have used excessive force. Yesterday Times Now have brought this story before our viewers, in which there are several footages in which it has been found that police have used excessive force. Whether they used this force when they came under fire or when they were attacked, that would be analyzed by senior officers. But this particular footage in which Sandeep Lamba is seen slapping a young girl is not required. He is a senior police officer who had enough experience. He should not have done so. And that is the reason why the police have now decided that Sandeep Lamba would not be there at Jantar Mantar. He will continue doing his police service, but from Northeast district police.
All right. So police excesses here are being called out as far as this complaint, which is now concerned against a police official, a senior police official who has been caught on camera as far as when it comes to slapping a woman unprovoked as far as these pictures are concerned. But there are other pictures that are also coming in as Bhavtosh continues to be with us. Tensions in the national capital once again escalated last night amid the ongoing protest by the CJP, while the protest site, which is designated spot as Jantar Mantar, largely remained peaceful, but tensions escalated in adjoining areas. So we are talking about Connaught Place and Tolstoy Marg. Now protesters what is being said, pelted stones at the police personnel, chased them on the main radial road of the Connaught Place area, and this is in central Delhi. And we are looking at pictures coming in of Devesh Chandra Srivastav, who is the Special CP Law and Order Zone 1, who also visited RML hospital there to see the other police personnel who had sustained serious injuries last night. So we have Bhavtosh and Shefali with us right now. Bhavtosh, that seems to be the case that we are now looking at. On the other hand, police, RAF, all the security personnel who had been deployed in the areas, in fact, who were also doing their duty of patrolling, they also came under targeted deliberate attack.
Yes, Amita, what has happened is that on Monday, if police was accused of using high-handedness and excessive force, and since Monday, there are allegations that protesters also, in fact, targeted police personnel, security forces, paramilitary forces, and even journalists. Now, we have brought this story also to our viewers, where security forces have been targeted. Yesterday, also last evening, when we were reporting from the spot, there have been incidents in which 2 ACPs were targeted. They were continuously being hit. They were, in fact, targeted attack on them. Also, a petrol pump was also, there was an attempt to vandalize a petrol pump. Senior officers were admitted to hospital. There was a case in which a stone was hit on an ACP who was just taking rounds. Now, Abhijit Dipke and others have said that unruly elements have been infiltrated into this protest site. The fact is that he himself had taken permission to carry out this protest. He should have, in fact, scanned those individuals who have now carrying out these protests. Now, there is a pattern to this protest that as soon as there is the evening sets in, the protest completely becomes unruly, and as soon as this protest starts in evening,
yes,
there have been incidents of vandalization that happens, unruly mob takes over, and that's the reason why the police have now decided to change the entire plan, and anti-riot vehicles as well as
yes, because that seems to be the key that we are now looking at, of anti-social elements, of rowdy elements being a part of this protest that is turning it violent, and targeted attacks that seems to be happening on the security personnel. But when we speak of this violence that has been reported, we are looking at least 2 of the ACPs, 2 inspectors, several of the constables having been injured. ACP Jay Prakash also suffered a head injury when there was stone pelting that was taking place, while ACP Vivek Bhagat was injured after the crowd allegedly hurled stones and bottles at the security personnel. Police say that the clashes broke out while the protesters were dispersing from Jantar Mantar, though the main protest site largely remained peaceful, but security since then has been intensified in the area.